When you think about just how this kind of came about, what can you tell us about what's going on today?
Oh, well, I was contacted by Sac State, and I was honored and humbled, and they wanted me to speak to the students about success. And I speak a lot, maybe 100 times a year, and this is special to me because it is someplace that I've lived, it's someplace that I've been, and I'm very familiar, and also the age group. To be able to speak to the future, to be able to speak to kids that are in the know, to be able to speak to those that are asking themselves those pivotal life questions and maybe you'll never get the answer to. It's really cool because I want to speak to them, give them my pain, my vulnerability, my experience, my success, my journey, but also every time I leave events like this, I'm more encouraged than the kids are because I get back some of that youthfulness that I had and some of that swag that I had. And so I'm honored to be here today, and hopefully I can give the kids something to take home and a couple of laughs and have some fun.
When success happens, no matter what realm of life it is, I mean, for you it was the basketball court, and then that opened up so many opportunities for you elsewhere, and experience those successes. How important are those failures along the way as well?
Exactly. Well, that's two things I want to make sure that I get across today. One is that success is a journey. It's not a destination. If you think it's a destination and something material or a job, you're going to be disappointed because you have to wake up tomorrow. And how do you live successfully with peace of mind, with harmony, with love, with friends? So it's not a destination, it's a way of life. And in that way, for somebody like myself that experienced success in basketball, it makes it that much more realistic to be successful in something I've never done, such as commentate or business ventures, because you have to use those same principles of humility, vulnerability, learning, putting the best people around you. So that's really what I want them to know. It's not a one-trick pony. This is something you got to carry through your whole life. Success could be having a relationship with your children. Could be going to the doctor, to the dentist where you didn't go, 20 times. So to those type of things. And then how do you bounce back from roadblocks? You keep good people around you. For me personally, it was faith in God. Strong family, and family members that had gone through such devastational things that to talk about a timeout in their presence would be disrespectful because they've gone through things 100 times worse. So it's perspective as well, and I'm glad the family I came from, the things that I saw had already prepared me for heartbreak, but also celebration of the great times as well.
I find it interesting because you were a basketball player. Even as a young person yourself, when you stepped into the NBA, you were thrust in front of so many young people as it was. Do you find a difference in talking to kids at that age different from where you are now so many years later?
It's different today. I'm glad I did not have social media growing up. When we went to school, bullies stayed at school and you saw them the next day. Today, bullies go home with you through your phone, through your iPad, through your computer. Kids have a lot more information, a lot more tools at their hands, and that's great. It's just, can you be focused and understand how to use those tools? So yeah, it's different, but again, when I called the timeout, I was 20 years old. These kids are 20 years old. They're just getting started. I had the pain of 1,000 men at that time. And hopefully I can just let them see, look, if I went through all this, you guys are smarter and brilliant. It's a better time. You guys are encouraging. It's a great time now, and if we've gone through this, if my parents have gone through this, if your parents have gone through this, then it's nothing for you. How can I tell someone of Mexican descent or Spanish descent that parents never been to college or a brown person and that you're not successful and you're here? This is what it's about. Now it's the next step. It's also enjoying the process. It's also enjoying the way that your parents set you up and the sacrifices you made and honoring the sacrifices that they've made. And so hopefully I can just really get them to encompass the whole journey of success, the pain, the great times, and how to make sure that it's a lifelong practice and process, not just trying to, hit a lick.
I know I got to run, but I got two more for you. The first one, obviously, being the Kings' first day, the media day, training camp starts tomorrow. The Western Conference is tight. How do you just kind of see what's going on over there?
Well, I see the Kings has a really good young team. I see Vlade has put some young players in positions to define their legacy and their future. It's the Western Conference, and not many teams are going to make the playoffs. If you go to the playoffs and Golden State wins, what is that anyway? I would just ask the Sacramento Kings fan to look at Boston and to see that patience is a virtue, and it's not about a quick lick or signing Ron Artest to try to make the playoffs or things that we may have done in the past that really didn't work and didn't honor Sacramento fans. I think if you really want to honor them, you start from the bottom up, you build the right way, and you plan for long-lasting stability. At least that's what I've tried to relay to Mr. Vivek and others. And so hopefully with Vlade in control and the players that he's drafted, those 2 young guys that they have, Fox included 3, yeah. I mean, I think they're going to be exciting, but I think that it's tough right now because this is the Western Conference, the most powerful conference, but we have some of the best fans, so they're going to play above their heads, and hopefully everybody can just encourage, watch them grow, because these are the kids of the future. I really like the individuals, the character of the guys that Vlade assembled.
And the last question is, because you talked about success and experiencing a success late in your life, you become a father, and then, of course, silver screen. I mean, what the success you had from Uncle Drew, everyone, I haven't seen it yet.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks. What type of reporting? Thank you. What type of reporting is this, man? Come on, man. You know what I mean? No.
I've got some people like, you steal the show. This, I mean, I'm thinking from everything I've heard, I'm half expecting you to be like an Oscar nomination or something. Is this, what do you think about when you think about the successes he's had?
Well, part of success is being vulnerable. Part of success is being vulnerable enough to say, I might mess this up, but, you know, I'm going to try to do this. And so it was very, I loved acting. It was a fun time. I've been asked many times before, and I actually thought, wait till basketball is over, and I waited and I got the right time. And hopefully these kids know too that success is delayed gratification. And so I will be talking about the journey of having 1.5-year-old twins, but have been trying for 10 years. So, you know, we'll have a lot of fun with it. But basically, again, it just has to be a lifestyle. You got to keep going, man. You got to just keep moving. Even like Martin Luther King said, if you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But just keep moving. I think that's the way life and success is. Just keep your head up and keep blinders on. Stay focused. You'll be okay.
What's the feedback from your performance?
It's meant a lot. It's a lot of other opportunities coming. I think you're seeing doing some good projects in the future, and you know, really excited about it. But to the kids too, success is always continue to chase your dream. And so my original dream was win a championship, and in the next few years I'll be with the team, and I'll be doing that, and we're going to do something. So I tell the kids to put it out in the universe and keep speaking it, even if you're making it happen in your mind.
The team.
18.
Oh, 18. Okay.
Yeah, 18. No, I'll probably have to play against Vlade at a championship or something like that and go to dinner. Yeah, that's my boy.
All right.
Cool.
Make sure you let me know.